For roughly 200,000 years, humans survived by following food rather than producing it. Then, somewhere around 12,000 years ago, small groups in different parts of the world independently made the same radical decision to plant seeds, raise animals, and stay in one place. And that single shift is what AP Human Geography Unit 5 calls the origins of agriculture. Everything that came after, cities, writing, trade, inequality, modern landscapes, traces back to that switch. Domestication is not just growing plants or feeding animals. It is the deliberate process of selecting, breeding, and adapting wild species over generations so they better serve human needs, which means larger seeds, milder temperaments, higher yields, and traits that no wild ancestor ever had. Graders want you to treat domestication as a long, human-driven process, not a single event, and naming a specific crop or animal like wheat, barley, sheep, or maize earns you the evidence point on the FRQ. The hidden hero of the agricultural origin story is food storage. Once humans could grow more than they immediately needed and store the surplus through dry seasons, three downstream effects followed in order. Populations grew because food became reliable. Settlements became permanent because people had to stay near their stored grain, and labor specialized because not everyone had to farm. When an FRQ mentions surplus, walk that three-step chain in your answer. The shift from foraging to farming changed almost every dimension of human life, and graders test this comparison directly. Foragers moved seasonally, lived in small mobile groups, depended on wild resources, and left almost no permanent mark on the land. Farmers settled near fields, lived in larger, denser groups, depended on domesticated species, and built lasting villages with houses, fences, and storage. Whenever you compare them, link mobility to settlement and wild resources to domestication in the same sentence. One of the most tested traps on this topic is the idea that agriculture began in a single place. It did not. Farming originated independently in multiple regions because the right combination of climate shift after the last ice age, available domesticable species, fertile soil, water access, and growing population pressure happened to coincide in several places at roughly the same time. Always say multiple factors converged, never that one cause did the work alone. On any origins prompt, the graders are not looking for memorization. They want cause and effect. Identify the origin concept, like domestication or surplus. Point to evidence in the stimulus, like crops, livestock, or stored grain. Explain what caused that change, and finish with one effect on settlement, population, labor, or diffusion. Description alone never earns the point. Always close with the consequence.
You can drill 20 flashcards and 8 AP-style practice questions on the origins of agriculture in under 15 minutes using the link below. That is the difference between a 3 and a 5. Subscribe for new AP videos every week.